All right, fantasy football players or just fans of the Detroit Lions or Matthew Stafford himself. He's going to tough it out again. Matthew Stafford is an Iron Man, and Matthew Stafford will be starting. That's right. He will be starting against the Tennessee Titans. I always consider Matthew Stafford a must start when it comes to playing fantasy football. Absolutely. The Titans are formidable competition, but it goes beyond that, why I think he will still put up good numbers, even though he's hurt, even though he's got torn cartilage in his ribs that made Matthew Stafford's body start to shake, shuck, and jive. Last week, just a week ago, he's a tough dude, didn't practice until Friday, got a light practice in. The story of Matthew Stafford, we're running out of chapters here, at least in what could still be his prime. I think the story for anyone who plays for the Detroit Lions, that's probably a tragic story. But you got to think about this when it comes to Matthew Stafford. The guy's been in the league since 2009, okay? Top draft pick. He's made the playoffs 3 times, and he was a loser. That's just Detroit football for you, at least in the Super Bowl era. The guy didn't experience winning with Detroit until his 3rd season, and it's been a roller coaster ever since. Detroit, when was the last time you saw the playoffs? What year was that? Regardless, overall, Stafford's been a healthy guy. He's been an accurate guy. He's got a ton of yards. Good Lord, he will be all over the record books without the wins to help him make a claim for a Hall of Fame career. I believe he's about 31 years old. How old is Matthew Stafford? He's got to be around 31 years old. Not 100% sure. Matthew Stafford has only been to the Pro Bowl 1 time? Wow, incredible. The guy is good. He can chuck it. Yeah, he's had a top flight wide receiver his whole career, and certainly, that would help. We'll see how his career looks after. He's probably got another decade in the league if he can stay healthy. Pretty tough guy. But Detroit, a shithole of a city. The same could be said for their football team, absolutely, which is a shame. If you're wondering about the 2020 NFL playoffs, yeah, technically, Detroit is not eliminated. Of course, we've got 7 teams going into the playoffs this year from each conference. Only 1 team gets the bye. If you keep scrolling, right, you scroll down the teams who've clinched after 13 games. You scroll past the teams who are most likely to make the playoffs. You keep going. You got these bubble teams who aren't mathematically eliminated. And if you keep going right here, number 10, you've got the Lions. 5-8 record. So best they can finish with is 8-8 if there aren't any games or weeks in the NFL canceled because of the Rona. So things don't look very promising for the Lions for Matthew Stafford, but he's going to put his body on the line. He's not giving up even at 5-8. He's going to risk serious injury today against the Titans. So if you're a fan of the team, if you're a fan of hard-nosed players, if you're a fan of guys who don't make millions and millions and just give up, you got to be a fan of Matthew Stafford. They need some help. That is for sure. They're actually 2 games behind that 7th seed, and that's weird to say that there's a 7th playoff team, but everything is weird in this world right now. Something else interesting, you just want to give some praise here to Matthew Stafford, some things you might not be aware of. The winningest Detroit quarterback in the franchise's history. He has an overall, it's a losing record. You could have guessed that, right? He needs about a 15-game swing to get above the hump and actually have a winning record. Coming into this season, it's played 11 seasons. 7 of them have been losers. So he even had a winning season, didn't make the playoffs. That's brutal. He has signed gigantic contracts. He had a record-setting 5-year deal back in 2017. The man got paid. He got paid. So I believe he's 32 years old. I was saying 31. And it's, you'd really like to see a guy like this go into the last 5+ years of his career and actually experience some winning. I don't know what that would take. You have like a 38-year-old running back, Adrian Peterson. Is that really the best plan to help a guy like Matthew Stafford succeed? Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like they're doing him justice. Don't know what the answer is. What do you think about Matthew Stafford? How do you feel about the Lions? How do you feel about NFL in 2020? Is it woken up for you? I'd love to know. My name's Ryan for Silly Reviews. I hope you enjoy your pre-Christmas Sunday and you enjoy some football and there's some good games out there, I'll be probably tuning in and out on the New Orleans Saints because Drew Brees is coming back after all those broken ribs, punctured lung. And I'm not a Drew Brees fan. He bends the knee. He got bullied by Michael Thomas, Michael Jenkins because he loved his country. But no, and they really did punk Drew Brees and had him wearing all these say her name shirts and all that other stuff. I find that really interesting. So I tell you what, I'm not rooting for the guy to get hurt, but I'm rooting against him. And at the same time, I'm rooting for Matt Stafford, man. Maybe Stafford can stay upright for these final 3 games. They put together 3 wins and they have some magic happen. You never know. Ryan, for Silly Reviews, enjoy your day, enjoy your games. Leave a comment. Leave a comment about anything. I don't know. What are you cooking for Christmas? Leave a comment. I'll reply. I promise. I always do. Catch you next time.